What is up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Sessions with Rich podcast. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I drop these things every Sunday. Catch me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Twitter, and wherever else you stream these podcast episodes from. This is a special episode, guys. This is a special episode. This is a day before I move to the UK to be with my girl. And as of right now, I am Liddy. So this is a special episode whenever you listen to this. Um, on today's episode, a good friend of mine, Isaiah, stops by. Welcome back, bro.
Sir, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, my guy. Now, for those who don't know you, let us know who you are and what you got going on.
Okay, so I'm a realtor and I'm also in cybersecurity. Uh, love chess.
Hey,
I love networking. I love meeting people, and I just, love being the best version that I can.
hey, we gotta play chess after this
Yes,
because
sir. We have to.
because of you, because you've been beating my ass. I've been adopting some shit, and it's been helping me beat some other people's ass.
Man, you caught on. Now remember that third time. I'm like, bro,
I was trying
like
to figure, I was trying to
yeah,
figure it out because I'm like, okay, you keep doing the same shit, and I'm like, how the fuck, where am I fucking up at that's allowing you to keep doing this move on me?
exactly. So now I'm like, okay, I think it was almost a draw.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
I get careless, which I normally don't. With you, for some reason, I get careless and I just make dumbass mistakes that piss me off. But you're a great ass chess player, great ass chess player,
thanks, bro. I appreciate it. And you catching on. So now, once I see that you beat me, now I gotta switch it up a bit on you.
bro. I love this game of chess, guys. If you ever play chess or you want to learn chess, it is a beautiful game. It's all about strategy, adopting. Queen get taken at any time. But that low key be the best part. I'd be like, hey, now I got to think even deeper because with her you can move loose.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, all right, now I gotta be really strategic, really use my pawns. I've been using my knights more because of you. They used to be like decoys and sacrifices. But now I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm doing what you do, and I be popping.
Exactly. And just as a key pointer for people listening, always try to set your nights up first. Never neglect your night because the night, is unique in its own way. It's the only piece on the board that can really jump over other pieces. So
Yep.
definitely utilize your night.
It is a fun ass game, guys. If you ever uh get into it. I want to talk about how we met, bro. This is a was a pure alignment, same vibration, same people. We were in a fucking Uber. I was with my lady. I don't know where the fuck we was coming from. Was having a conversation. You had a book. I got excited. It was just over from there.
Yeah, it was a book. I don't know what it was, but it was a dope ass book. Me and the Uber driver were having a conversation. He picked up on it. He was like, about the subconscious mind, and I turned back to you, and I was like, yeah. And from that moment forward, it's like
Yo,
we just locked in.
crazy how the universe just aligned. Because guys, that's an example of you mirror. I find the best conversations do happen in Uber. I don't know
Hmm.
why. Because it'd be some spaces where I'm like, I don't want to talk today. And then there's others where they keep trying. And I'm like, okay, why you keep talking to me? You got to be a reason. Or
Right.
then I entertain the conversation like, okay, I'm actually glad you did get my attention.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of fucking information, because like all these random ass people, they just mirrors of you. You having a conversation with yourself if you ain't stubborn like me. So it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I do want to talk about though, bro. I know that you said you took a break from weed, and you said I've taken breaks from weed, and it is a night and day difference with your senses, your ability to download information, etc., etc. I'm curious, like, how was your experience though? Because we was chatting about it before, but we didn't get a chance to like put it on the pod.
Quitting weed, right?
Yeah,
Um, man, bro, like my mind just feels like so clear. It's like I get some type of high off knowing that I don't need it anymore.
mm,
Like if I did want to smoke, could, but it's just something about when it clicks in your mind that you don't need it. And my reason why I quit it was because I just always needed it. It's like, and even when you think you don't need it, subconsciously your mind still tells you that you do need it. So,
Yeah.
I just broke free from it. I save more money now. Like I said, I think clearer. Um, I just mentally, I just feel better. And anybody that does smoke weed is cool as long as you're still able to make progress.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Don't let it
those,
make you lazy.
yeah, don't let it make you lazy. But I will say this: I do think if you did put it down, I do feel like you would unlock another. You know,
Big facts.
yeah,
I know that's stopping me from certain things I need to be
yeah, just maybe going a
doing.
little fast from it. You don't have to give it up, but when you control it like this, it's just being put it into work.
I will say when I went to I was visiting my lady, I think it was like last year. Yeah, last year. And I had to, stop smoking. My dreams was I remember every single detail of the dream from the beginning to the end. Everything was just more clear. I do know that it blocks a lot of things. And
Hmm.
I and I because I barely remember my dreams now. Also, when I did smoke again, I did have it's one of those things like you can't abuse. Like if you just treat it like a medicine, like it truly is meant for, then you cool. Like when I had my first hit, I was getting down. I was like, damn, I was putting two and two together about the universe. What the fuck? And then the more I abused it, that stopped because now I'm just using it just to use it.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. Like we said, as long as you control, like just to add on to this, I don't even really drink. Like I might have some wine coolers like on the weekend, but it's just something about a sober mind. Like when you just can be sober. Like
Hmm.
because it's like I think it was my mom or something one time. She was like, "You can't be sober for a year. Like you can't be sober for 6 months." And I was that really like hit me.
Yeah.
Like like why do I always have to like alter my natural state? So I'm just really comfortable with being in my natural state now, and it's like I feel, bro. Write a whole book about it. I just feel good. Like I could go out. I remember I always felt like if I went out to a party or a gathering, I had to maybe smoke a little bit. I had to have a drink, but now I truly know now that I don't need none of that to go out and have
Yeah.
literally sober and have a good time.
Bro, you do realize though, because okay, story time, guys. I was on a fast from drinking. I think I was 2 or 3 months without drinking. Some point this year, I don't remember. Earlier this year, and I went to a family function for my cousin's birthday. And when you the only sober one, and you're around everybody else who drunk, you really peep shit. You really
Mhm.
peep shit. Cause it's like a lot of this shit is we bonding over liquor essentially. And when you take the liquor out, I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing. It ain't really. Cause I'm just mellow and chill. I'm just to myself. I'm reserved. I ain't rah rah rah. Y'all rah rah rah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I couldn't go to a club sober. I feel like that would be it just ain't the vibe. I'd rather just be at the crib on the
Right.
couch.
Yeah.
But you do notice a difference. Like a lot of it, like even like certain friendships where it's like, because right now I'm in a state where I'm just letting go of just things that no longer align. But I'm letting go of love because it was former versions of myself. But a lot of friendships, family, gotta have to cut ties.
Mhm.
This ain't. I don't do the small talk shit. I hate small talk.
Yeah.
I hate
Exactly.
I hate small talk. While we still talking.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck. Probably sound terrible, but I don't care.
And nothing wrong with being straightforward. You know? Sometimes there's no other way to put it. You
You
know.
feel me? No, because it's just it's like if I ain't hear from you in a great while, what's the point?
Hmm.
You ain't even say happy birthday. What's the point? I ain't talked to you in 10 years. What's the point?
Right.
I can talk to you in another month or so. So what's the point?
Yeah, it's like we'll be fine. Maybe if we just don't. It's like maybe if I bump into you at a gathering or something, you know.
Yeah. What's
Yeah, you
up?
know. Yeah,
Hope you good. You know, we keep that shit pushing. Keep that shit
sir.
pushing. No, I don't know. That's because I got a little petty bone in me. I don't know. I don't know if it's my Scorpio side, my Gemini side, but I take the high. I'm classy at first, but I'll do a little stinger in the back end. Just a little,
Yeah, you know.
you
And
know,
you want to be balanced, you know. Like
little,
you don't want to be a saint, but then you don't want to be just an ass.
yeah, you gotta have that little in between. You
Exactly.
know, I'm gonna have a good conscience, but just know I got, you know, I'm always at the last laugh.
Exactly.
You know, it's a game of chess in this bitch.
Hmm.
I wanna now. I know you really been taking your fitness journey seriously, and I know we all, if you listeners, if you work out too, I know we all work out for different reasons, and we all have our own discipline and motivation. But what has it meant for you that you're seeing in your journey specifically?
Like, what's most of the purpose of me working out?
Like how do you like me, for example, the gym has taught me discipline and delayed gratification. I've noticed like you see the end result, but you don't realize, okay, this realistically, this might take another 2 years to get that fucking that thing I want. Am I
Those
willing
22 inch.
them 22s? So since you know it might take that long, you still willing to, you know, put in the work. Hell fucking yeah.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Or just like the therapy of it. Like in this, I am meditating for 2 hours. I ain't thinking about nothing. So pushing this heavy ass weight, doing these
Hmm.
fucking workouts. And then the confidence that you get, it's just like a domino effect of things that occur when you do. And it becomes like a safe space. Definitely
Hmm.
becomes a safe space for you. Definitely recommend. No, a fucking what's that shit called? Motherfucking a cheat, a hack. I would, if anybody's like, cause I get it, guys. Like who wants to fucking sweat and push heavy weight and be in there for 30 minutes to an hour, 3 days a week? Realistically, no. But if you can just commit for like 2 months and see that 1 inch of result, that's all you need to do to get hooked. And once you see that result, you wanna get more, and then that's how you get hooked into it. It's
And to add on to that, that's the reason why most people give up is because
they don't see the
why would
result.
why would you keep doing something that's difficult, you know, after you don't see any results? You know, it's just pointless, you know. And a tip I would add on to it is like if you see somebody that's super in shape and you
Bro.
know you don't really want to go to the gym, but you need to,
Mm-hmm.
for them and ask them like, hey man, what would you do if you only had 3 days? Might lay out something for you where you can do some type of full body thing and you'll get results just like that. You know, even if you say, you know what, 3 days too much, try one day. Say I'm gonna go one day a week. If 1 day a week gets easy, try 2 days. You know, like I think everyone should at least optimize for 3 days.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
easy. 30
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Even if you just do 30 minutes.
Exactly. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think that sounds perfect.
That's what I started off with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
So
no, it's too much body parts. I need to add four or
yeah,
five.
exactly.
Shit,
So
my
do you do 6 days or?
no, I do five. Well, right before I moved in with my bro, I was 5 days a week. But now I'm only able to do 3. But when I move, the gym is like a 6, 7 minute walk. So I can get back to my 5. But
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
push it to 6. Uh So I need to lock in
Mm-hmm.
I need to lock in for next summer. That's how I keep myself focused. The summer is where I measure myself. In the winter and the fall is where you prepare.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But it's a journey. I fucking love this shit.
Mm-hmm. And just to answer your question, like the reason why I go to the gym is too, like you said, is delayed gratification. So if you can keep going to the gym, and you're not seeing any results, but you're seeing just a little bit, well, like
Don't ego lift and ask
yeah,
people. Um, if you see somebody, this is what I do. Sorry to cut you off, bro.
no, you're
Uh,
good.
this is what I do. If I see somebody, like I'm always studying the gym. I'm like, okay, a lot of my motivation is ego driven, but I feel like you need the ego in certain things to fuel you to keep you going. So if I go on it, my main thing is being the biggest motherfucker in the room. So if I see somebody in the gym who's bigger than me, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask you, hey, what if I see them doing a specific workout I haven't done before? I'll be like, hey, what is that target? Or just be like, hey, how did you get, so and so, like the definitely
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then you can create like friendships and network that way too. Free hack.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know where the fuck I was going with that story, but yeah, I would recommend that, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Always ask, like, and that's the thing. It's crazy because the gym actually translate into real life and other aspects of life. Like, if you see somebody who's making more money than you, let's say you bump into somebody who's in the same business as you, like, let's say you bump into somebody who's doing podcasts with people who big people. Like, hey man, how did you get a how did you get a what's the name on your podcast? How did you get Greg
Mm-hmm.
Cardone? Like they gonna start opening up and he might tell you something. Hey, this is how you get that one big person, like, hey, how did you, I'm in that business too. How did you scale to $10 million?
Mm-hmm.
Like always ask, knocking the door will open up, because they actually want
Mm-hmm.
because the fact that you're taking the time to ask them is to know, like, oh, this young cat reminds me of when I was grinding, when I was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell him, especially if he's, that means he's ready to drink. Like, think about it. Let's say, like, whoever's listening, let's say you get to that point where you're happy in life, like, to the point you might cry tears of joy, like you've reached literally that image in our head that you want. And some young person comes to you and they ask you, man, you gonna want to tell them everything, man, because
Yeah.
you're truly happy and you create fulfillment in your heart. It's like, why would you not want to put the next person? So yeah.
And even to add to your point, who you know is important and just putting your I mean just being a good person. I don't know. When you're just a good person, you just attract like other dope people when you have conversations, they fuck with your vibe
Mm-hmm.
and like you want the when you the way the universe blesses you is when you as cliche as it fucking is. When you do good, good comes back to you. But you have to do it from a good like a good heart, like good intent. It's your
Your
intention.
intentions, man,
I'm
everything.
I'm not letting you like, for example, you driving and you somebody trying to get in front, you can easily be an asshole. No, I'm gonna keep driving. Fuck you. Versus I'm gonna slow down. I don't know how long you've been waiting. Now you probably like fuck. I just want to get out this little spot. I'm gonna let you pull in. My intention is to just be a nice person, like little shit like that. Just be a good freaking person.
You know, just be a good person. And another thing too, that is like being a good person is first. Like
But
you
don't be
just have to
naive.
have, yeah, like you just have to have good intentions starting out. If not, everything else subsequently is just gonna just go out the window.
Yeah.
But when you are networking with people and you're getting around other good people, yeah, you're around them, but you have to know how to stay around.
Yes.
Like
Gotta be a value.
exactly, and it's crazy because, and I'm a victim of this too. Like I would go around and network with people far like above me.
Mm-hmm.
It used to make me feel inferior.
Mm-hmm.
What could I? Why would he want to hang around me? Like, no, that's the wrong way to think. Like when I was 19 years old, I was hanging out with millionaires. I figured out how to get around, but I didn't know how to stay around them. So now, I know how to stay around them. Like you have to figure out things that they like. Like let's say for instance, this guy who's killing it in his business, you want to spend time with him, figure out what he likes. If he likes golf, invite him like, hey man, let's go play golf. Like it's on me. Like let's go out to dinner. Try to find if you can figure out a restaurant he likes. Hey man, let's go here sometime. Doing something like that and knowing how to apply that to different things is really a game changer because everybody else just wants to suck their time off. Like, hey
Yeah.
man, tell me this, like tell me that. So doing stuff like that, and just to add something else, like let's give them a special golf club. Like, hey man, I got this for you. And especially if it's just genuine, like
Yeah.
man, that right there, man, is a game changer. Like wish I would have knew that. I picked that up from a guy who's does real big business. Every time somebody invites him somewhere, he always sends a thank you. Like anytime he does business with a client, he this is a guy, I kid you not, man. He sold a building for $20 million.
Yeah.
Told me every time I close a deal with a client, I always take him out to dinner. And just the stuff like that, man.
Mm.
Game changer.
Damn. I
'Cause
fuck with
most people, they'll just not to put you off. Most people, they'll do business with someone and forget about it. Like
yeah.
they won't like trust me. If this person takes this person out to dinner and gets to know them, way deeper than just doing business,
Yeah.
trust me, they're gonna send him more business after that, opposed to the person who just
It's a
we did
one
business.
and off kind of shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. That's proper etiquette.
Yeah.
That's fucking proper etiquette.
And I remember we talked about the last thing, the biggest thing that's correlated to high achievement in business is conscientiousness. And you could do your own research on this too. I break it down for you. I say it's four things: organization, prudence, perfectionism, and industriousness. So you want to be one of the top business people, not even just top like 1% or something. If you want to have extraordinary results in your business, you have to be good at those four things. Research shows that anybody that's doing really good, they are pretty good at those four things. So organization is, are you organized? Like, do you wake up and just go about your day? You know,
Mhm.
or are you the person who night before plan my day out? And not even just planning your day. Most people do that, but even fewer people prioritize what's most important. You gotta be able to even think even more deep. Like, okay, I know I need to do this stuff, but I need to do this tomorrow, or that's gonna mess up this. That's one. Are you organized? Two, is prudence. And we talked about this before too. Like, if you have a big test tomorrow and some friends hit you up like, hey man, let's go out and drink tonight. That's not being wise. That's
You gotta
not,
be disciplined.
yeah, man. Like, that's just not smart. Another example is this. Like,
I feel
let's
it that.
say another example for prudence is, let's say, for instance, you're dating two people. This person's an asshole, and this person aligns with you, and they will really bring out the best of you, and they want the best for you. Low prudence, you're gonna pick an asshole. Like, that's not wise. So that's prudence. The third one is, what are you perfectionist about? Like, do you care more about showing up to that party or this meaningless gathering opposed to preparing for a special presentation for a client? Like which one is the prime focus? Are you a perfectionist about double checking your work? Like you check on your bills. Do you have your ducks in a row? There was another guy. He gave a great example of this. For example, when you're on an airplane, pilots don't just take off.
Yeah.
Check in, making sure this is right, making sure that is right. Just stuff like that. Like, are you a perfectionist about um
The attention to detail.
yeah, are you a perfectionist about attention to detail? Are you a perfectionist about showing up on time? Those
Hmm.
things are important because, and I say that to say, if you're a perfectionist about too many idiotic things, how do you have enough energy to be a perfectionist about stuff that's more important?
Yeah.
And we're all not perfect. I'm not just saying like, oh, me or you, anybody, somebody on the planet that's just so much perfectionist about it. No, we all, prioritize some idiotic things, but it's about what do you mean prioritize?
Hmm.
And lastly is industrious. It's pretty much hard work, knowing when to work hard. So let's say, for instance, you've been giving it 50% for a week. Next week, something's gonna come up. Like, you have to be like, okay, I know I've been slacking this week.
You got
I
buckle
have to give
down.
it 100. I have to
Hmm.
give it 100.
Yeah.
You can balance those four right there on your way.
I feel like
Now
that's on
that
some
won't
Thanos shit.
guarantee success,
I feel like
but if
that
you can do
it's
that,
gonna guarantee as long as you believe and that's your
yeah,
intention.
there you go. Yeah, okay,
It ain't got no choice.
yeah. As long as you believe in it with your heart, soul, everything, especially right, man, it's over with. Might
Hmm.
as well just claim.
What has caught your? Because I'm always curious. Like I feel like it's always like these little time loops whenever you have deep conversations with your friends. What has been some new realizations that you have, I guess, like noticed in your life or like things around you that has like really got your attention?
Man, everything is literally like the reality. The more I stay focused, the more I don't really have time.
Hmm.
It's like the more I want to elevate, it's like I realize I have to spend more time with mentors, opposed to friends. You still prioritize relationships, but man, I'm really realizing that when you're on your journey to where you want to go, it's going to get lonely. You know, everybody might not be there, but you still got to stay focused. I put in a nutshell, it's like, let's say, for instance, you're walking down the runway stage, right? And it's a bunch of people, you know, sitting in the stands or whatever. And imagine your goal is to walk to that front stage, people doing something. Somebody might pick up a big ass television and throw it at your head. You
Hmm.
might pause for a second, but you gotta keep going. You know? That's been the biggest thing I've realized. I have a lot of people counting on me. A lot of people look up to me. Like if I stop, it's like I'm doing them at this.
Yeah.
That's what I've kind of came into realization in my life right now. And I'm curious to know, like, what about you, bro?
Just really surrendering. Like it's easy to get comfortable in where you've been and the unknown of like this giant leap in a completely new self. Uh, is scary because intuitively, you
Mm-hmm.
know, multiple things. You're gonna be fucking amazing, but also it's that like literally nothing was the same on some Drake shit, like literally. So that's been a real like it's exciting. I was excited for multiple like it's exciting. Um, but yeah, that's been it's like a rebirth. Damn, yeah, it's a rebirth. It's a complete rebirth moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete rebirth moment. The oh, you must die for the new you to be reborn. Damn, that's a wrong question. Hey, that's why I fucking love this shit.
I did want to touch on something else. I want to talk about something called awareness.
Ooh, let's do it.
I talked about I talked about raising awareness and conscientiousness in business. I feel like it's only right if I relate that to life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a way to raise your awareness. Let's say, for instance, there's a bunch of topics that you're curious about. It could be World War One. It could be, everybody says they don't like Donald Trump, but I want to actually study his philosophy. I want to know why he's. I want to know what he's arguing. I want to understand more about what he's pushing for. I want to understand Joe Biden. Like it could be anything, and like how was civilization when we first got here? Take a list and just write it down and really do your research. Like literally spike your curiosity. Because curiosity, I believe, is the beginning to enlighten. So question everything. If you want to know about this, you want to know about that, write it down and literally research. Do your research. Read the news. Know about your retirement. Like most people don't even know how they're gonna be secure for retirement. Like take time out and like, okay, I need to put this much money up. Like literally figure that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let stuff just go by. Like if you want to make $1 million, hang around somebody that's making $10 million, man. Like, don't think you can just do it all on your own. Like life is too short for that.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like the only thing that really separates us and the high achievers is awareness. Raise your awareness, like chess, man. Like I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have gotten so good in a short period of time if I just like go off my head, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, do that. No strategy. Like,
Yeah.
I go to chess clubs, I hang around GMs, even though they kick my ass, but nah, don't do that. Don't do that. That alone raises my awareness 10x. So yeah, even if you read Richard Dawkins' The Selfish Genes, species that learn through trial and error lose other species that don't learn through trial and error. Learn from other people's
Yeah.
mistakes. Almost everybody is just as lost as you.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to the higher achievers, block everything else out. Stay focused. Raise your awareness. Do you have a budget? Sit down, stick to your budget. Like once you do these things, life will be so much more.
Great.
That's really my message. Like raise your awareness.
Guys, wait. I have to ask this last question. I always ask this last question to my guests. What would your message be? And it's kind of crazy 'cause I feel like you just said it, but I feel like something else is gonna pop out because you're gonna. It is what it's supposed to be. What is your message to humanity during this time?
Question everything. Block everything out. Mostly everybody is just as lost as you. Figure out if you want to make $50 million, figure out how to make $50 million. If you don't care to make that much money, but you want to retire comfortable, figure it out. You can invest into mutual funds. no less than $200 every single month for about 30 years. I don't know specifically the math on it, so something small like that will set you up so high, man. Stay focused. Get your social, like I talk about perfectionism. You must change what you think is important. Like knowing how to roll a best blunt. That's not something you want to be a perfectionist about. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that's not important. Like you caring about the newest Jordans coming out every month. That's not something you want to be too much a perfectionist about. Like change the way you look at things. Like if you're willing, like if you think in your mind it's okay to go broke on weed, buying weed all the time. No, I would rather go broke on my diet. I would rather go broke on stocking up on turmeric, asparagus, and stuff like that. Just do that. But most importantly, hang around people that have the life that you want. And once you start to raise your awareness, you'll look around and be like, wait, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I heard this from someone who's actually doing it. Oh, he's doing that wrong. Like you'll just start to see how everybody else is somewhat lost you. And once you raise your awareness and you start seeing stuff different, then you can help everybody else.
Mm. Guys, I hope this message resonate with you as much as it did with me. Big dog, I appreciate you hopping on, and I definitely can't wait for part two.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. We got to do it again.
Hell yeah. Peace, guys.